If I wrote you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you read my letter if I had it sent? If I wrote you a letter, no, would I have a chance? If I wrote you a letter, no, would it even be read? If I wrote you a letter, no. If I wrote you a letter, no, a letter, oh, a letter. I'm a dreamer, a believer, you know. Can't you see that I am living to show? To hold on, don't give up and keep going. We will reach the other side, other side. Close to falling up, close to falling up. I just wanted to hold you, right here in my arms. I can't get enough. Lost and falling down, close to falling love. I just wanted to hold you, right here in my arms. I can't get
Yo, welcome to another Hyperdrive Live trading session. I am your host, Coach CJ, and I'm excited for you to be here. We'll be live in a few moments trading the Nasdaq futures market using the Hyperdrive system. If this is your first time trading with me, buckle up because we trade a fast-paced but simple, color-coded, and highly efficient system I created to be in and out of the markets in 90 minutes or less. If after watching this session you want to learn this system, grab my Hyperdrive instruction manual with the link in the description. You'll be added to our private community and receive 30 days of live trading for free on Zoom with zero delay. Before we start, do me a big favor and make sure you like, subscribe, and share this stream with others. I greatly appreciate that gesture of support. All right, the market is about to open soon, so let's get this session started. See you in 3, 2, 1. Enjoy the show. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Happy, what's today? Wednesday. Let me know you guys can hear me good. Caden was down here messing with my mic. Yeah, we're all good. Okay, excellent. What up, George? What up, Carl, Brian, Jazzy J, Christine? Let me know we're good on YouTube. We got a couple people watching there as well. Let me know you guys can hear me all good. What's up, Jimmy P? We got a few minutes for the market opens. Let me just adjust these levels. We are in alignment for buys, so it seems that we're going to be going top side here towards 697. It's only 197 points away. That seems pretty doable. Actually, I'm gonna keep that one. What's up, Arnie? What's up, Bob? Okay, let's check it out. We got how much time? 2 minutes. 1 minute is sliding off a little bit here on the, got some divergence happening here. Asia session and London session We're again pretty bullish. We're moving. This is overnight. Actually, Asia. Actually, never mind. Asia was pretty sideways. London was also pretty sideways until about 7. So never mind. Overnight was pretty sideways. There wasn't much movement there. So we're just now getting movement in around 7 o'clock. Yeah. Around the 7 o'clock hour Eastern. All right. We'll see what happens up here. We're showing divergence and kind of topping off here on the 1 minute, but we are in alignment for buys, so we'll see what the open looks like. As long as we stay above 479 on the open, we should be staying on alignment for buys. Oops. What's up, Sharif? Oops. All right, market is open. Going bullish off the open here on the first 30 seconds. That doesn't make much sense. You saw the move, but you were still sleeping. How did you see it if you were sleeping? Saw it in your dreams? Oh, okay. Like, what? What's up, Sandy? All right, first 3 minute did close here. I am going to be taking 500. I didn't do a buy limit. I'm in right now off of market execution, so I got just underneath. I'm at 500. I got for 499.75, so just under 500. I didn't talk about this, but we do have news again at 10 o'clock. We have another pal testifying, and then we also have an orange folder at 10. I'm going to break even on this trade. Keep pushing. Come on. So who did get it? See, 3 of y'all missed it. Nobody said BE. Nobody said they're in. Is it just me? Nice job, Ken. Jazzy J's in. Christine's in. Okay, cool. Hey, I already know. You got a room full. I'm right behind you on locking in 10 here. A little bit more, and I'm gonna lock in 10.
Finish the move. Come on. What am I looking for? Context. Yeah, we're rocking in this one already, Dustin. I definitely got 10 locked in at this point. I need to make a decision if I'm gonna trail here. Screw it. I'm gonna move my stop. I'm gonna move my TP up to 575 while I can. See if we can get this to push up. See if we can keep going up here. I got 10 points locked in, and I moved my TP up to 575. See if we can get 75 points out of this. I won't move it again. I won't move my TP again for a while, or my stop loss again for a second. I'm leaving it at 10 points for right now. We're hovering around the 40 points in profit on this trade right now. Yeah, everybody late today. Even Tabitha says she's just logging in. Market opens at 9:30, family. So while we wait, let's talk about these S2F accounts. So my bad, guys. I'm taking the blame for it, but I swear I read that it was based on closed trades, and maybe you guys saw it on the screen when we went over it, but it doesn't say that anymore. So, you know, I'll take the blame for that. If you don't know what I'm talking about the TopOne futures, the pro accounts, the S2F pro accounts. We discovered yesterday, or confirmed yesterday, that the intraday trailing drawdown is not based on closed trades. It's just like Apex. It's based on your highest peak, right? So, for example, if this comes all the way back down to, if I was on the pro account at the moment, if this came all the way back down, that would hurt me from a drawdown perspective. So if you're familiar with Apex, it's literally the exact same. It's not a bad thing. You just have to make an adjustment. So for example, Ken, who's on those accounts, he took his TP at 25 points, right? So he's going base hits. So 25 points, 25 points, 25 points, because one, that helps you be in a more controlled environment from a drawdown perspective. You know, for example, you know, like I said, if I'm at 46 points right now, and if I have my stop loss at completely at break even, that whole 46 point move against me, although it won't go against me from a balance perspective, it goes against me from a drawdown perspective. So you have to just play tighter. Like right now, if I was on a pro account, I'll probably have my stop loss at 25 points, or hugging this really tight, like trying to squeeze as much juice out of this orange as possible. No pun intended for you, George, because you love oranges so much. But so yeah, I'll take the blame for that, for not having that clear. You know, I feel like I read what I read, and I was right when I read it, but it is what it is. So not a bad thing, but just an adjustment you would have to make going forward. Just really watching that trailing drawdown. If that didn't make sense in terms of my explanation for trailing drawdown, for those that don't know about Apex, let me know. I can definitely clean that up if anybody needs more explanation there. But other than that, there's still great opportunity, great accounts, 55% off. You can have up to 5 of them. You just got to be tight on that drawdown. I wanted to address that because we talked about it a little bit in the chat yesterday. We have a new 15-minute candle just opened up maybe a minute ago, and we're almost 4 minutes before the bottom of the hour. We're just hanging around this 40-point mark right now. Our divergence actually on the 1 minute is completely gone, so that's good. 3, 5, everything looks good here, volume wise. So if we do pull back, I'm hoping that pullback stops around the 25-point mark here. It doesn't really go any further, but we'll see. I got 10 locked in on this trade. You're gonna have to go in more detail on how you do that there, Ken. Especially for George. George needs step-by-step instructions on how to do that. Oh, nice. He dropped the picture in the chat here. Trailing stop. Total distance 100 ticks. Now, does it matter how many contracts you have versus the ticks of distance? That doesn't matter, right? Okay, cool. So, explaining this, we enter at 500. The trailing stop does what? Like, so if we're at 25 points, I just assumed you closed your trade. Were you doing a trailing stop order when you did that, or did you actually just close your trade? TP 45. Nice close. You closed this one. Okay, so how would it normally work? So if I'm in a trade, I'm about to get taken out here at 10 points. Low key, I know some of you guys are about to enter here, and this is actually not a bad entry with the I'm gonna wait personally, but I know some of you guys are gonna enter here. Not a bad entry. Not a bad entry if this is your first one. The J4 is sitting right there on the 3. I'm personally gonna wait just because I want to see what's gonna happen from this hesitation at the top, and it's kind of just put in a reversal pattern back to the downside. So I just want to see how deep this goes personally. So I'm not entering here at 500, but if you did, let me know. So I know you guys missed the first opportunity. I am gonna watch this for watch this to see. I do like that sweep of the opening bell candle there. Nice rejection so far off of the J4. I'm gonna watch this and see. Let's check out this pick. Honestly, that doesn't give me much clarity. You have an order in at 500 because you just took this current trade at 500, right? Is that what I'm looking at? This is your trade right now, not your previous one. Got it. All right, perfect. That cleared it up 100%. Okay, so as your by 25 points. All right, so every 25 points it moves, it automatically moves you up. That's actually not bad, because when we get to 25 points in profit, it basically automatically moves you to break even. Is that right? And then when you get to 50 points in profit, it automatically moves you to 25 points. And once you get to 75 points in profit, it automatically moves you to 50 points. Okay. That's not bad. It's almost like a trade. That's almost like the trade management tool, except it's not shaving profits for you. You can't enter it until the first order is active. So you put that on after the fact? Well, that's weird. Why would they do that? I'm gonna have to play with that on my demo. Trailing stop. Distance 100 ticks. And you have to do, if you're in a buy, you have to hit sell, obviously. So you have to do two things. You have to either buy limit or sell limit, and then you have to add on that. That's kind of confusing. Because someone else wrote the program. That's honestly kind of confusing. Oh, so it's not trailing per 25 points. It's trailing at it's just keeping it 25 points away from where you are. Cuz it just moved on me. So it's staying 100 ticks away from the highest peak. Got it. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay. I do like that. It is a little bit of work. I mean, it's not much. It will take some getting used to, but I do like that for those S2F accounts because it basically keeps you it keeps your drawdown only your risk, your 25 points. And as you go on profit, it moves with you. So you're only risking you're stay risking 25 points of your drawdown. Does that make sense to you guys? Here. I'm on my practice account, so I didn't take that trade, but I mean I took it on practice account. I'll show you guys here. Let's switch screens. Okay, so here I'll just start over. I'll just start over. All right, so let's say I took a buy, right? Let's just say we took a buy. You can buy, limit, buy, and whatever. Let me erase this. So boom, I took a buy right here, right? So then basically what he's saying is go to trailing stop. And since I took a buy, I need to enter a sale. I have it at 100 ticks, so I need to do sale. And now as this moves, you see how this is moving with? So the distance between the highest point, the distance between the highest point in here is 100 ticks, which is 25 points. So as this goes up, this is trailing. Oh, damn it, I just took it away. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't know what I just did. Now I got 2. I don't really know what that means, but let's buy one away. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why it has 2 here. Anyway, the brunt of it is that does it go down as well? No, it doesn't go down. That's the point. It's trailing you and staying away from the highest point by 25 points, by 100 ticks. So it's staying away from the highest point by 25 ticks. I just deleted it. So I hit this undo button. I don't know if they know that, but when you hit this undo button, it took it away. I was trying to get rid of the drawings. Now I have 2 of them here. I'm kind of butchering this example, but yes, 100 ticks is 25 points. So a tick is like a quarter. So like our dollars, 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, $1. That's what a tick is like a quarter. So there is 4 ticks to a point. So 4 times 25 is 100 ticks. I'm gonna do this again. I'm trying to erase this. All right, so you got to go market or limit order. So I'm just doing market just for the demo purposes. So boom, I enter here at 525. Then I go to trailing stop and I hit sell one trailing stop because I'm in a buy. So I'll use the sell side. And now my price will stay 25 points away from the highest peak. So the distance between where price is when I entered it and here is 25 points. So I entered it literally just underneath price. So the highest point that has went is right there. See, it just jumped up. So it just jumped up here. So this is now moved from here to here. We got 10 o'clock news happening right now. So this just moved up. There's my 25 points. There's my 100 ticks. That's the highest peak. So this has moved up there. So as this continues to push, you'll see it staying away. I don't know. Ken, when do you enter? Do you enter it right away when you take your entry, or do you enter it after you got break even? Right away. There you go. I've never used this before, so I'm leaning on Ken for that. But what it will do is, I mean, it kind of represents your stop loss. So I don't want this to come back because I know you guys in this trade, but I'm interested to see, will it cancel out this order if it comes back and takes me out here, or do I have to manually cancel this order out? I don't want to find out because I know you guys are in this trade, but I kind of want to find out just so I know if I need to cancel this. But I would assume that it acts as my stop loss. Oh, he just said that. Make sure you flatten all if it takes you out. Okay. I probably can just delete this though. I probably can just delete the stop loss and allow this to be my stop loss. All right, we lost the one. We're losing the 1 minute. The volume is back showing. It's not actually showing divergence now. It's actually matching the structure of the chart. So we'll see what happens down here. I didn't re-enter this trade, but I see you guys are getting taken out at 10 and 21 points and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not open to taking this yet. We never closed below it. Oh, I'm not even showing you. I'm still showing you guys my practice account here. Let's see what happens here. But you know what I'm saying. I'm very curious. This should just take me out of this trade. Yep, there we go. Boom. All right, so you could just delete your stop loss and let that be your stop loss. That makes sense. All right, back to the charts. Anyway, I see you guys got some points on that opportunity. I'm not taking this here because we still haven't closed below it. We have 10 o'clock news coming in, Powell testifying. But I'm glad you guys got some points on that. I'm up 10 points right now as well off the first touch of it here at 9:33. And we'll see what happens next here. We kind of failed to go higher. And let's see if we go lower and take out these lows. And if we do that, we're going to flip the one. On Trade of 8, I see break even, but what's break even offset? I actually haven't used Trade of 8 in a long time. But if break even is, it depends on if you have, I know on Trade of 8 you can set it how much you want it to be on how much break even you want. So it really just depends on the settings. But if you have multiple accounts, do you have multiple accounts? Because unless they've changed something, you can't copy trade. You can't copy trade and use the automatic trade settings on Trade of 8. I don't remember the break even aspect though, but it will offset. Okay, yes, and you cannot use them. Okay, but you can do break even and it will go break even across all your platforms. I mean, all accounts. Oh, use them separately. Okay. So break even, if you have a tick, it might be in ticks, it might be in points, you might be able to change what it is. But essentially, for example, like on Top Step or even TopOne, or let's just say the Project X platform, which is what I was just showing, for us, break even, we don't have an offset. So we don't have a setting that I know of where you can have your break even plus something, right? So you have your break even set for 100 points. So, but you can have an offset, which means how far in profit you want that break even to be on top of your entry. So you can do 4 ticks, which is a point. You can do 8 ticks, which is 2 points. You can do 10. You can do let's say 50 ticks, which is 12.5 points. You know what I mean? So your offset is basically how far in profit you want it to be above your break even, above your price of where you entered. I personally, even if I was using Tradeovate, I just really like to be break even, like right on top of it, give it as much room as possible and not really push it in profit. I'd much rather manually move it in profit. Once we're 40 points or something like that, I'll bump it up 10. But right out the gate, I just kind of like to keep it right on the number. So, but that's what the offset means when you're using Tradeovate. Sorry, I'm just seeing you guys on YouTube. I think I repeated it a couple of times. Marlo, let me know if you got clarity now. Lars, I think we answered that question as well. Your question was about when essentially is Ken hitting the button. He's doing it right away. When does the sale expire? The sale actually doesn't expire until July 1st. Okay, excellent. 55% off right now, these S2F accounts on TopOne using code HDC. So this is what the price looks like. This is the 50% off, but using code HDC you'll get another 5% off. So if you wanted, let's say, a 50K account, and boom, continue, you type in code HDC, apply, and it'll be 55% off. So $50,000 straight to funded account, $157. You can have up to 5 of these accounts, and I'm giving away 5 accounts as well. So with every purchase, it gets your name into a drawing. Purchase 1, you get one name. Purchase 2, you get 2. Purchase 3, you get 3. You can only have 5. So purchase 5, you got 5 entries. So less than break even amount. If you just put it at, Adrian, if you just do it at 100 ticks, like when you hit 25 points, it should just move you right on the number and be right above it. I'm gonna do the giveaway on when the sale's over. I'll do the giveaway when the sale is over, which will be next Tuesday. So far, I've done 2 giveaways, and 2 people in our group have won something. So the odds are there. Yeah, they're both on the call right now, Christine and Sharif. We didn't take these lows yet on the one. We're kind of wedging at the moment. But we are losing the 1 minute volume fast, so I am expecting this to roll over. We might end up being in a stalemate. Yesterday, the market took off at around 11 o'clock, which I believe is when Powell stopped talking. I don't know for sure that's when he stopped talking, but the market did take off right after that. And there were some opportunities at 11 o'clock. There were some opportunities at 11 o'clock. Once we got into alignment. Actually, what time did we get into alignment on the 5? Yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, so this would have been super late in the day. Didn't quite hit 50 points on that. Probably would have had another 10-pointer there. Yeah, here comes the 1 minute rolling over right now. Jimmy, yeah, I can do that. I just saw your message on Telegram. I'll do a recording on that trailing stop and put it in the manual. We still have the trend right as of right now on the 1. We have to close below 479 to lose it. So if we don't lose that, we could bring the volume back. Just give me a second here. Let me know if you guys got any questions on anything. If we lose the 1 minute completely, I'll probably just call it good for right now. Wait, let me just see. Let me see how far the 3 and the 5 would be. Yeah, we still got... it's not so much volume. The 3 minute is 458. Where's the 5? Never mind. We could flip that. Yeah. Yeah, thanks to the director of IT and operations, good old Ken there. Pretty much guaranteed to always learn something new if you're having a conversation with Ken. Oh, excuse me. Looks like the one is lost. We're on the red side on the one. Still got a lot of work to do on the 3 and the 5, especially with the volume. Can you guys hear that lawnmower? No? Okay, good. It's very loud to me. They're cutting our grass. Ken just dropped the screenshot into the Telegram group. That's pretty cool. That really keeps you into a controlled environment. Like, if you think about it, let's say your risk is $500. Your risk on that, your drawdown risk on that trade is always going to be the same. If I'm thinking about that, right? Is that right, Ken? Like your drawdown risk, like if you're risking $500, right, for 25 points, you put in a trailing stop, and if your price goes up as the highest peak, even if the highest peak is, let's just say the highest peak is right here, right? And now your stop loss is right here. This is still $500. So you already know going into every trade, essentially, your drawdown at the end of that trade is possibly a $500 loss, although you may have not lost the trade. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I think that keeps it in perspective. And you got 4% room. Your drawdown is 4%, which is really good. So yeah, I like that. Nice find. Good discovery there. All right. Good discovery there. Honestly, I haven't looked. I know he uses Asian range, but I honestly have not looked at any of his stuff. I know some people have talked about him using Asian range. More than likely. I mean, break and retest of Asian range high, Asian range low is pretty common. It's just as common as like 3Ls. It's a pretty common strategy. It works. All right. Okay. So I need to do this. Says revoked. View details. Zoom on products. Okay, family. All right. Well, I know we're trading tomorrow. I think, yeah, another 10 o'clock news folder. We also have some 8:30 news on employment claims tomorrow. Powell is not testifying, so get up out of our way. We're not too far from flipping stuff. It's just the volume on the 5 is decently strong still. We're at a 618 retracement of this 6 o'clock push to the top here. Yeah. I think I may call it good for right now and just keep an eye on it. If we end up flipping, I think I might actually just set an alert. I'm gonna set an alert for the volume changing on the 5-minute. Because if the volume changed, then the trend more than likely has changed as well. So if that goes off in the next 35 minutes, I'll look for an opportunity. But other than that, I think that'll be it for right now for me.
Without the ones like you working.
Yeah, he's still rambling. Miss Warren is going at him. Get him, Miss Warren. Make him say something to move the market. He looks afraid. Look at those eyes. Those eyes look scared. Uh-oh, he's scratching his head, guys. Oh, she's going at him. Look at those hand gestures. Uh-oh. Yeah, she looks like that. Making him sweat. He's probably about to get a drink of water. What's she saying?
The debt to GDP ratio over time, could that make it more likely that we would see inflation, all else being equal?
I mean, theoretically, sure, fiscal policy can add to inflation, but that's again, that's really not something we comment on. We try to stay away from fiscal policy.
I understand you don't comment on it, but I do appreciate your acknowledgement of the math here. You know, the Joint Committee on Taxation projects the one big, beautiful bill would increase federal deficits by 4.2.
I didn't see that, but I did want to watch it.
According to analysis by the Congressional Budget Office and the Yale Budget Lab, the bill raises the debt to GDP by 24 percentage points. It slows economic growth, it increases inflation, and it reduces real wages. So two of Trump's signature policies, his tariffs and his tax bill, will increase costs for American families. When America borrows money, it should be for investments that Americans need, like investments in childcare or housing or healthcare that would actually boost economic growth and lower costs. America should not take away healthcare.
Look at the cameraman over there trying to get the bead of sweat coming down his head.
Trillions of dollars just so that a handful of billionaires and giant corporations can get even richer. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am. Chair, banks are facing a record number of regulations. Small community banks are especially burdened by compliance.
It's working. The market's moving down, guys. Miss Warren did her part.
Calibrated so banks are not forced to park capital. I was pleased to see that the Fed is looking to reform the supplementary leverage ratio. The SLR is supposed to act as a backstop to risk-based capital requirements, but too often the SLR acts as a binding requirement for U.S. banks. Would you agree that adjusting the SLR would free up capital for banks to invest more in treasury markets and other low-risk assets that would be beneficial to families and businesses?
Mr. Scott seems like a softie. He's going to give him layup questions.
So Vice Chair Supervision Bowman recently acknowledged that regulators tend to review individual elements of the capital framework in isolation without considering whether proposed changes are sensible in the aggregate and contribute to a capital framework in which all components work together effectively. Do you agree with her assessment, and how are you looking at the capital framework holistically to ensure that the Fed is not stifling economic growth?
Well, we're looking at basically the two big pieces now. our Basel III and the leverage ratio. And I'm pretty confident we'll move on both of those in the relatively near future. And they fit together, as we discussed. The leverage ratio was always supposed to be a backstop rather than the binding. We want risk-based capital to be the binding capital requirement. So that's how those two pieces work together.
And as you look at I hope a reintroduction of Basel III.
See, Mr. Scott's a softie. The market's going back up.
The bones of Basel III, obviously, over the last several years. I focus on Monday.
We need Miss Warren back. Bring Miss Warren back.
Capital requirement was about right, although that capital requirement has been going up every year.
All right, I'm just having fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Basel III coming back and hopefully being reintroduced.
I got an alert set just in case we do end up flipping to 5 in the next 30 minutes.
Well, we very much look forward to working with our colleagues at the OC.
I wasn't being nice to her. I was telling her to come back so she can make him sweat more. She looked mean. She looked like she was going to get some dirt from him. Mr. Scott seems like he's just going to be nice to him. We need the opposite. Be mean to Jerome Powell so he gets nervous and says something that makes the market move. Mr. Scott looks like a nice mediator, somebody you would want to have at the negotiating table to help mediate discussions. Miss Warren is like, oh, this is my prosecutor. I need her on my side. Anything Trump does. He dropped the F-bomb yesterday and the market shot up, so we'll see what happens today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have an amazing Wednesday. Hopefully get back to regular scheduled morning sessions tomorrow. I'll see y'all then. Have an amazing day. Peace out for now.